And welcome back to Lexinada Plays. Time for stage 7. Last time I started telling you guys about the backpacking journey I made back in March of last year. And whoa, cool. And so last time I told you guys about my journey. I ended up in Edinburgh, I think. Yeah, and it wasn't. Huh, good. And it wasn't like the best journey I ever had, but oh, I can do that. Like cool them up. Yeah, it wasn't the best place to stay in my opinion. But it still was. It wasn't that bad actually, but I've had better places to be in. But after Edinburgh, I went to Stirling, where I visited another friend of mine, whose name is I'm not sure I'm gonna say his name, but a really good friend of mine. No. Yeah, I really have to focus on like not screwing up. Okay. Yeah. How do I get down there though? Huh. Can I? How do I? What? Oh! I see it. Okay. Huh. It's so clever. Let's see. Okay, I have to go back. Yeah, so I went to Stirling, where I visited another friend of mine, and oh yeah, and god damn it. So I stayed there a week as well, and it was so much fun. Like I went kayaking and like what more? I did so many stuff in Stirling, like you guys don't even know. And like I celebrated my first St. Patrick's Day as well in Stirling, because well we don't have St. Patrick's I can't speak, but we don't have St. Patrick's Day in Sweden, so it was the first time I've got to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, and it's such a fun like holiday. So, and for everyone who made my first St. Patrick's Day so amazing, thank you guys, because my god, it was such a blast. And after Stirling, I went to Inverness, where I stayed for a couple of days, but it was also such an amazing place. Like, oh god. Jesus. Like, I went for one of, I think, yeah, one of the days I went to Loch Ness and visited, like, Nessie. But I never saw Nessie, but I'm sure it's in there. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there, right? And yeah, oh yeah, a funny thing about Scotland is like this, I don't know what it's called, but it's like special animal of Scotland is the unicorn, which I find hilarious. Ah, fuck. Yeah, so there were like unicorns everywhere in Stirling, or in Inverness. Oh, damn. Oh, I have to time this. Okay. Yeah, and after Inverness, I went back to England and went to Newcastle, and like, what I did there was basically like visit art galleries and things like that, because I'm really into art. Like in I think high school. I'm not sure which is which, because in Sweden it's called first you have like your basic education, and after that you have like gymnasium, where you go for 3 years, and after that you have like college, basically, which is called högskolan in Swedish, or university as well. And you can press B to return to the scene. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, so I visited in gymnasium. I had like art programs and stuff like that, so I'm really into art. So yeah, that's what I did in Newcastle. But in New York, like, it's, if I count out like the 3 places I liked the most, it was Stoke-on-Trent, because I visited a friend there, as well as Stirling. But York was such an amazing I guess you would call it town. Like, I'm not sure, because it's in Swedish standards it would definitely be a city, but it didn't feel like a city in UK standards. So I'm not. I'm gonna call it a town, but it was so fun in York. Mostly because I met so many new people there. In the YMCA or YHA, I think it's called. Oh, I'm gonna meet the dragon again. So like, I went for a day trip with one of or two of the guys that I met there to both Whitby, where I think Downtown Abbey is being filmed, as well as Scarborough, because I'm also into music, and like who hasn't heard about like Scarborough Fair in Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel's songs, like yeah, or in that one song actually. Yeah, and then I went back to London basically, and yeah, so that's my journey in its basic. So let's take on the dragon in. I think I'm gonna do this in the next episode because we're so close to the end of this episode, so yeah. See you guys in the next episode.